Hello and welcome, I'm Joshua Barnes and you're watching NewsX. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called the recent talks between US and Russian officials unfair. This was because neither Ukraine nor Europe were made part of the talks in Saudi. In response, US President Donald Trump shifted the blame onto Ukraine, saying it should have made a deal earlier. Also during the meeting in Riyadh, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov made it clear that Russia would not accept NATO peacekeeping forces in Ukraine. This had come as a proposal from the recent meeting of the European members of NATO. With these developments, the question remains, can the peace talks, which Trump claims to be more confident about, bring an end to the war that has lasted over 2 years? Joining us to discuss this ever-evolving discussion and topic, we're first joined by Dr. Sergei Dvorianov, who is a Director of Communication at the BCMF BRICS Culture Media Forum, joining us from Moscow. We've had confirmation from Trump that Ukraine will be part of these talks, but do you think that Putin will allow European heads and European leaders to be part of these discussions as well?
You know the famous saying, the dog barks, the caravan moves on. Right now, process already start. Of course, this conflict between Russia and Ukraine was very well organized and prepared by previous administration of United States. And how we can expect that after Donald Trump came to the power, we can expect that the same government in Ukraine will exist and will continue all these very anti-human actions, because it was a conspiracy between previous administration of USA and all European politicians. They was a part of this conspiracy. And that's why, of course, I already told a lot of times that only I can see two real powerful decision makers on this process, which is Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. They will decide how we will move on this peacemaking dialogue. Regarding the European politicians, they already did a lot of mistakes against their own nations. Look to the economy of Europe, look to the moods of the population, everybody upset. That's why we can expect a change of elite, not only in Ukraine, but in all European countries as well.
Looking at comments that have come from Sergei Lavrov, he's spoken about the position and issues that the Biden administration placed Russian and US relations in. Do you think that this is a new sort of era and a new generation for US-Russian diplomatic ties, and how important will that be in resolving these issues and making sure those conversations that need to be had do get had?
Of course, obviously, it's a new era. We're coming to the golden age of humanity. Of course, we have only one opportunity to save the world, only one solution. It should be a new generation of new politicians in Europe, in all Western countries. They will come to power to start to create such kind of real dialogue of civilizations where all of us, like human beings, be a part of one family of one God. We need global thinkers. We need some global decision makers who can really be responsible for the future of our planet. Because I already mentioned that European politicians, unfortunately, they was involved in some kind of conspiracy against our country. It was very painful because our national leader, Vladimir Putin, a lot of times he trusts to their promises. And again, it was like a trap to our national leader. But thanks God, I'm a believer. I can see that right now who appoint Donald Trump. It's not the Republican Party of USA. God himself appointed him to be a president of USA to change all the policy. Because right now, if will be increase this conflict, it will be dangerous challenger for all of us, all humanity. That's why we can see that not only Donald Trump, all his team, they're doing well. Elon Musk doing well, Vice President of USA, they're doing very well to start a real human dialogue, which is based on universal moral principles. This is most important. Of course, and that's why our Minister Sergei Lavrov, he was very happy after the conversation. See, all of them, they smile, they was very relaxable, because right now we can see that we will not increase war anymore. We realize that we are human beings and we can be a part of one family, of one God and one civilization.
Dr. Dvorianov, very quickly, just to jump off the back of what you said, is there a possibility that Trump has just said what he needs to say to Russian officials to get them to do what he wants?
You see, I'm optimistic man. I'm looking to the future with a real optimism, because I can tell you why. Because right now we can see that some common vision between two our national leaders. And if we will have any obstacles or any difficulties during this peacemaking dialogue, of course, we'll definitely will find the solution, we'll find a decision how to make it happen. And my opinion that right now we it's only first step. Second step, of course, is a personal meeting of two our leaders. Right now, all politicians are expecting and very much eager to see how it will go on. All this process in the hands of God. I completely believe that it was created by God himself and is a gift to humanity.
Thank you very much.